Some of the most important things to do are make sure that your roof has been properly maintained, that it's in good shape, and that it can perform the functions it needs to. I think making sure your home is caulked and sealed around the windows, around the doors is very important. So make sure that you have no water penetration from the typical storms that we see during the summer months. To prepare your home for the upcoming storm season, you want to make sure that all of the exterior of your home is properly sealed off so that water cannot penetrate your home. Make sure that your roof is properly maintained. If it needs to be replaced, replace it. Make sure your gutters are clean. Make sure that the exterior of your home is free from any debris that could cause damages as a result of the wind or the rains associated with the summer storms. Every home is different. Whether a home's roof needs to be replaced or that its gutters cleaned out and replaced depends upon your home and the current condition it's in. If you have concerns about whether your home is ready for the approaching storm season, I think what you need to do is get professionals to inspect the roof, inspect the gutters, inspect around your windows and your doors to make sure that the caulking material is there and that your home's performing the functions that it needs to prevent water and moisture penetration during the storm season. At the beginning of every storm season, you should properly document the condition of your home. Go around and take pictures of the exterior as well as the interior of your home. Not only just big overall pictures, but you want to take detailed pictures of your doors, your windows, your roof, so that if your property does suffer damages during the storm season, that you will have proper documentation of the way your home was prior to the storm making landfall and causing any damages to your home. Getting repair estimates after a storm is one of the most important things you can do. It will assist you in the claims process because you will be able to present those estimates and those repair costs as part of your claim presentation package. Presenting your claim, you want to provide estimates for repair. If you had documentation about the pre-loss condition of your property, such as photographs of the interior and the exterior of your home, it would greatly assist in the claims presentation process because you could show what was damaged as a result of the storm through pictures and through documentation such as invoices and estimates. Insurance policies are different as policy by policy. There are multiple types of homeowner policies. There's multiple types of condominium policies. The coverage available to you under your insurance policy depends upon the type of policy you purchased. So part of your storm preparation process needs to be speaking with your insurance agent and really understanding the dynamics of your policy and what is covered, but then what is also not covered so that you don't get confused as to what your insurance company is responsible to pay for. Our firm helps people and has done so for 20 years, people that are underpaid, that are denied insurance benefits, or that their claims adjustment is paid. If you believe that your claim has been underpaid or improperly denied, or that the claims process is dragged on too long, that's what our firm does to help insureds across the state of Florida. In today's claim environment, I think the most important thing to do at the outset of any claim is to get professional representation, whether it be from a insurance claim attorney or a public adjuster. I think it's important that you have a licensed individual that has experience with the claims presentation process to assist you in the claim. Too often people get too far down the road and then the insurance company takes positions that are adversarial to an insured. And sometimes it's too late to try to correct the situation when the claim's been going on for 100 days or 200 days. I think the question you need to ask yourself at the beginning of any claim is, do I want an insurance professional or a claim insurance attorney working on my behalf and protecting my interests? Having an insurance professional on your side makes sure that you hold the insurance company accountable for the terms and the conditions of the insurance policy. It also allows you to have someone work on your behalf in presenting your claim so that you make sure that the insurance company doesn't drag your claim on longer than it needs to be. They don't improperly underpay your claim and they don't deny your claim. By having an insurance claims professional or an attorney assist you, what you're doing is you're making sure that the insurance company honors its promises in the insurance policy and that your claim moves forward as quickly as possible and that you are properly indemnified under your policy for what you're entitled to. I think the benefit to having an insurance professional assist you in an insurance claim is that they know the issues that are surrounding your problem with the insurance company. The insurance professional and the attorney has the ability to present your claim in a way that expedites the process rather than just being reactionary to what the insurance company sends you. Most people think that you once the insurance company takes a position and they send it to you, that you have to accept it. You don't have to accept the insurance company's determination of coverage or damages. If you have an insurance professional working with you from the outset, they can make sure that your claim moves forward in a timely fashion, such as submitting damage estimates, such as retaining the claims professionals, such as engineers or general contractors, or roofing consultants, or building envelope consultants, or mold consultants that can really look at the issues of your property and that can have reports generated and have estimates prepared and submit them in a way so that you're not waiting for the insurance company to give you their determination. You're being proactive in the process and telling the insurance company, here's where we are, here's what you need to do to resolve the claim. Yeah, most people believe that the insurance company is going to put my interest at the forefront of the claims adjustment process. They're not. Insurance companies put profit over people. That's what they do day in and day out. So if you're an insured, what's going to happen is if you don't have someone representing you and protecting your interest, that insurance company is going to put its interest above yours. And then when you wait months and months and months, and sometimes people years, they wait to go see an insurance professional because they don't know the process. What happens is that that insured is in a worse position than when they were at the outset of the claim and hiring a professional at that time to assist them. Every insurance claim should be reported as soon as possible to the insurance company. The reason for that is if you wait, it can actually cause a lot of adverse consequences to you and your rights under an insurance policy. So while most people now under Florida statute have up to 2 years to submit a claim, you want to make sure you do it right away, or at least put your insurance company on notice right away you may be filing a claim. That way you don't run into the problem of being months or years down the road and the insurance company denying your claim saying you didn't timely report it. Under Florida insurance law, there are certain time frames for what we call supplemental or reopen claims. And that window is a very short period of time. If you're going to proceed forward on challenging the insurance company's payment of your claim or the coverage determination, you need to do that as soon as possible. At least speak to an insurance professional so you know your rights, whether you decide to proceed forward at that time or not. All too often, insureds wait months and months after a claims determination and they don't make it a priority. By not making it a priority, they're actually losing rights and potential insurance policy benefits that they're entitled to. Every insurance professional will take the time to consult with an insured and will normally do it at no cost to you. So if you have concerns about the insurance company's determination on your claim, the payment of your damages, or the denial of your claim, go ahead and immediately seek out that consultation with that insurance professional because they can advise you of what they see and a proper way to proceed forward, and then you can talk about retaining their services to assist you. I think, the first thing is when people become a client of mine, they always ask, what's the process going to look like? I think the steps to any insurance claim adjustment and proceeding forward is one, to assess the terms and the conditions of the insurance policy. Make sure each party understands their rights and their obligations under the insurance contract. Then you move forward to retaining the necessary professionals to assist you in determining the damages and what they're caused by and what you're entitled to be reimbursed under your insurance policy. The third step is to try to reach resolution with the insurance company, whether it be through mediation, appraisal, or litigation. If you don't, you pick the way that you want to move forward to try to resolve your dispute with the insurance company. I will tell you that no one wants to be a client of mine and have to be suing their insurance company. But all too often in today's world, because the insurance companies put profit over people, are forced to go to the court system in order to enforce their rights under the insurance policy. And if you don't start that process early on, it can take years to resolve your dispute with your insurance company. The Florida courts have guidelines for how long a case should proceed forward. And under the guidelines, a simple civil dispute should be resolved in 18 months. But the court system is very packed and the court system is very backed up. So while the goal is aspirational to have things resolved in 18 months, sometimes it can go longer than the 18 months. Our goal is to get your claim resolved quickly as possible and get you all of the policy benefits you are entitled to. It's in no one's interest that these claims or these cases drag out, except for the insurance industry. The longer the claims and the cases drag out, the better it gets for them, because people forget things, the conditions change, the law changes. And so the biggest thing is to retain a professional as soon as possible to get the damages inspected by professionals so that you can have the data and the evidence to proceed forward and resolve your dispute with your insurance company. Every home is different. So the Florida Building Code has been changed year after year. I would say the Florida Building Code is often updated in order to provide greater protection for homes and buildings in the state of Florida. And part of that protection is to protect them from any storms or any weather events. Unfortunately, the severity of storms keeps getting, we have more frequency in storms across the country and across the world. So what happens is, even though homes are very well built and they can be protected, when you continuously have storm after storm happen, day after day, month after month, and the storms are greater in severity, buildings can only take so much, even if they're built to the greatest standards out there. Think about it this way. I mean, if you live in the Tampa Bay area, I mean, you're getting storm after storm, day after day during the summer months. If your gutters aren't cleaned, or if you don't have gutters, that can cause a problem. If your roof is aging or it's not operating properly, that can cause potential damages. If your home doesn't have the windows or the doors properly caulked, that can allow moisture intrusion, which over time can cause damages to your home. And sometimes you don't find out about those damages for many, many months later. And then if you don't report the claim right away, your insurance company will come in and say, well, that condition was going on for months and months and you didn't let us know, so you violated the terms of your policy, and so we're not required to give you coverage. So as soon as you think you may have a problem, it's good to get an insurance professional to diagnose the issue, or an insurance or a professional that's in the industry to diagnose it. And then if you think you have a claim, talk to an insurance professional that can give you guidance as to whether that's covered or not covered and how that process would work. If you were to file a claim and say, hey, I have problems with the exterior wall of my home, one of the first things engineers would come in and say is, well, you don't have gutters on the outside wall of your home. Now, if the Florida Building Code required everyone to have gutters, then it would say you can have gutters. If the Florida Building Code required houses to have gutters, then it would require that once your house is completed, or towards the end of completion before it's sold to you, that they would put gutters on your home. But people pick and choose things for their home and pick and choose the level of protection. Some people want storm shutters. Some people don't want storm shutters. Some people want higher rated impact windows. Some people don't. What happens is there's a price point associated with every type of accessory that you could put on your home. And part of your responsibility as a homeowner is to make sure that what you have at your home is operating properly, so that you don't get damages to your home because you didn't maintain it, or because you didn't properly make sure that the items are working properly. Every homeowner has responsibilities. If you buy a building or a home in the state of Florida, you're required to maintain it. Part of that maintenance can be making sure that on an annual basis, your property is ready for storm season, whether it be having your shingles checked or your roof checked, whether to make sure your windows and doors are caulked, to make sure whether water runoff is appropriate in order to prevent damages to your home. So every property owner has a responsibility under their insurance policy to properly maintain their property, so that if and when a storm does come and it's damaged because of the events, not because you didn't perform proper maintenance on an annual basis. Everyone thinks that you have a home and that you're going to have that home for 10 years and you don't have to do anything to it. That's not true. I mean, you just like you change oil in a car on a certain basis. A home is the same. I mean, you need to take care of your home. But all too often, insurance companies want to come into the claims process and say all of these damages are caused by wear and tear because you failed to maintain your home. So if you do an annual check of your home and you take pictures documenting the condition of your home, then that will be evidence that you can later use in the prosecution of your insurance company for either underpaying your damages or denying your claim. Making sure that your home operates properly and that the items on the portions of your home function properly on an annual basis is always a good idea. You can tell the insurance company you did that, but if you don't have a system in place or you don't document that condition, then the insurance company is not going to believe you. Part of your New Year's is, hey, I went around my home and I just took pictures and I documented and I changed all of the batteries in my smoke detectors and I made sure my gutters were clean. I made sure my roof was operating properly. I made sure that all of my appliances were working correctly, and I just document it somewhere. Then yes, that is a good process because it allows you to have a picture in time of how your home is operating. So if and when you ever have to file a claim, you can show the insurance company that on a specific date and time there were no problems, and that because of the loss event, these are problems that occurred. Should your insurance agent be doing that on an annual basis with you? I think so, but they don't. An insurance agent, in today's world, an insurance agent doesn't do what they need to do. My insurance agent is a little different. I mean, we have a meeting every year and we go through my insurance products. My agent and I sit down and she tells me what coverages I have, how the pricing of the coverages will change. She gives me options if I want to change my coverage, but she also does a little question and answer session of what's going on with your home, any problems I need to be made aware of, or has there been any change in people living in your home? Those are all very important because if you have that annual meeting with your insurance agent, part of you getting ready for that meeting can simply be doing an inspection of your home and making sure all of your home is operating the way it should be, and taking pictures so that you have that evidence and that data in case you ever need it. In today's world, insurance agents are not truly your agent. They're a product broker. I mean, they're just a products broker. Insurance agents aren't really your insurance agent, and they're not really the insurance company's agent either under legal interpretation. So what insurance agents are doing right now is they're simply putting you with products. And most of the time, they're doing that on a price basis because everyone wants cheap insurance. The problem with it is when you have cheap insurance, you don't know about it until you have a claim. And then when you have a claim, you find out, oh, I had cheap insurance and I don't have these coverages that I needed to have, and I don't have these policy benefits that I needed to have. So you end up coming out of pocket, sometimes thousands of dollars to simply save $50, $75, maybe $100 in premium. We normally see people in their most vulnerable time. They come to us after they've had a claim. During that claims process, we tell them what type of insurance coverage they have. And we also tell them what type of insurance coverage they don't have. And when we're explaining to people the coverage that they don't have, that they really needed to have to help them in the claims adjustment process, they say, my agent never talked to me about that. And so that's why if you don't have an agent that really goes through everything on an annual basis with you, go get a new agent. You can use whatever insurance agent you want to. They are performing a service for you. And that service should be talking to you about the risk associated with home ownership and the claims process to make you aware of what coverage you have and what coverage you don't have. Because once you have a claim, it's too late. can't change your policy then, because your coverage is set as of the date you have the loss. So if you want to change coverage, it's not going to help you in the claims process. It's too late. So you want to make sure that you properly prepare. I mean, we prepare for test every day. We study, we get ready, and then we take the test. An insurance claim is kind of the same process. You want to make sure that you're prepared for a claim, even though we hope we never have one. If you don't prepare for a claim and you have one, what happens is you're not prepared. And if you're not prepared, you will be working with an industry, the insurance industry, that puts profits over people, and they will put their interest above your interest, even though they're not supposed to. I think the most important thing with every insured is that they take time each year to properly assess their insurance coverage and the products that they're paying for. Most people's home is their largest asset. Yet when they go to choose the insurance coverage and work with their insurance agent, they're making that determination all upon price. When they buy a home, they don't say, I want the cheapest home possible. They say, I want the most affordable home with the features that I want and that are important to me. I think insurance coverage is the same way. People don't know the limited amount of coverage that they're buying until their largest asset is damaged. And when their largest asset is damaged and they find out that their insurance agent didn't give them appropriate coverage, or never discussed it with them, it's too late. And then the financial hardships that flow from that decision can be very significant and can be very costly for a family or an individual.